our sector is currently being reviewed by the FATF, which means that we have to go and meet the requirements of the FATF to be able to come to a situation where we can say that our sector is correct, and we can emerge by the end of this year in a stronger position. So we are in a state of transition where there's change happening, and also open the base at the lower level as well. At the moment, to come to Mauritius, to work in Mauritius as a professional, there's a minimum limit that is set by the government. So we want to see that limit reduced so that we can attract more younger professionals who can come and set up in Mauritius and help the sector develop. Thanks, Kevin. So the current state of the global business sector in Mauritius is actually a state of transition. This sector has grown a lot since we started in the early 90s, and it has grown through different challenges as we've grown. And now we've reached a point where we're in a state in transition. So since a couple of years, we're trying to go to the next step, which is basically moving towards more value add types of services, which our sector we want to be offering, rather than the conventional accounting and corporate side of things, but to go towards more value add products, which involves investment management, advisor, funds, global wealth management, and private banking, among other things. So we are going through that transition at the moment. And at the same time, as you know, our sector is currently being reviewed by the FATF, which means that we have to go and meet the requirements of the FATF to be able to come to a situation where we can say that our sector is correct, and we can emerge by the end of this year in a stronger position. So we are in a state of transition where there's change happening. Technology as well will play a great part in the years to come, as we will need to rely on technology to be able to move forward. So change in terms of increasing the products and the environment that we are currently operating, going towards more value add value add products that we can offer to our clients, getting out of the monitoring of FATF, and of course adopting and embracing technological changes. So that's a bit where we are, if you want in a short answer there. Thank you. So the measures that we are expecting at the level of the global business sector are measures which are going to be able to help us grow. So what we say here, we've seen that, as I mentioned, we need new products. So we have recently come up in Mauritius with the Special Purpose Fund, which is a product which is going to be launched shortly, and will be able to help Mauritius market itself and offer more services to our international client base. And at the same time, we have other products which have been announced in previous budgets, and where we want to come to see it coming to life. We're talking about the VCC and also other global wealth product, private banking, to be able to facilitate more. But more importantly, while we are going towards this budget exercise, we want to be in a position where our sector can come and continue to attract FDI in Mauritius. And in that way, we need people to come and actually start moving to Mauritius and coming and settling down in Mauritius to be able to bring the feet on the ground and create substance on the ground. What we want here is the high value end people, the investment managers, the investment advisors who can come and set up shop in Mauritius, on top of the big law firms and the banks as well. And we need to create an environment in which to attract these people to come and set up in Mauritius. So we need to be able to open our borders a bit more, have an attractive tax base for these people to incentivize them to come and and settle in Mauritius. If they're paying high tax rates in some other countries, they may come to Mauritius, and through the budget we can give them good tax incentives. Last year, unfortunately, the tax rates went up, which was a deterrent to a lot of investors potentially coming to Mauritius. And this year, we want to see that remedied, and also open the base at the lower level as well. At the moment, to come to Mauritius, to work in Mauritius as a professional, there's a minimum limit that is set by the government. So we want to see that limit reduced so that we can attract more younger professionals who can come and set up in Mauritius and help the sector develop. So that's in a very quick nutshell what we would expect from the budget. Of course, it will have an impact on the Mauritius IFC because this is something which concerns tax. And as we know, Mauritius has a very competitive tax regime when it comes to corporate tax. So people have been using Mauritius over the years. And one of the reasons why they've used Mauritius has been our tax competitiveness. So this will affect it. But what we need to remember as well is that Mauritius has grown from being just only a tax-based jurisdiction. So people come to Mauritius now to be able to get a different level of service. We have built an expertise and are continuing to build an expertise to be able to offer a number of solutions to our investors. We still have a low-cost base. We have increased our connectivity. We now have top-of-the-class internet speed. We have good connectivity to Africa and in India and the subcontinent in terms of flights and accessibility, and even to Europe. We have regular flights. I mean, of course, as soon as the pandemic is over, we expect all these to be coming back to normal. So this decision by the G7 to unanimize to have this global minimum taxation will, of course, get some people to think about how they structure their international subsidiaries and branches. But at the same time, we feel that we have other advantages that we can offer and that we are already offering to our clients that will help us continue to maintain a good business base and a solid base to grow in the future.